Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, it's always one of my favorite videos I get to go make on my channel throughout this week because we're going to go into very in-depth details on pretty much every major retailer that will be restocking. They're basically their expected times, how much stock they should go and have, which ones will drop, which ones will not drop, which ones have already dropped, etc. Basically kind of go and save you guys some time to focus on one good video to either reference throughout the week or just overall in general with a few little quick tips, as well as also a good video for both introductory people as well as people who just want to know what drops are probably going to happen. This also does pertain as well to the Xbox Series X and S and also the PlayStation 5 Disc and Digital Edition. So just letting you guys know on this one, we have lots of information. There should actually be a very good week too as well throughout this week. So if you guys will sit back, relax, and enjoy, and hopefully you guys can go and get your consoles this week as well. We'll also have some walk-in news mixed on in, all the major retailers, and a bunch of other side places too as well. If any of you guys are brand new to the channel, welcome. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on for the channel itself, or be subscribed for the giveaway going on. We do have a PlayStation 5 giveaway ongoing for the channel. This is like our fourth PS5 we have now given out. So make sure you guys are subscribed for that. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these types of videos, and also to go help out other people. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below. Definitely go follow up the Twitter itself for sure. This place is the best place that I could usually try to either go give you guys drop news or just kind of go tweet out the videos or talk about my Twitch stream or whatever it is. And we also have the Twitch stream itself. If you guys want to follow, drop an Amazon Prime sub or do whatever. We also have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble with the link down below. Deposit $100 and you guys go and get free stock. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. You guys go and get free Bitcoin. A lot of you guys have been doing that. And overall, I just hope you guys all have a fantastic week. Let's go get you guys your console soon, and let's go dive in some actual video itself. So, guys, we have a lot to go and talk about. A lot of, I think, ideally, as long as the world goes good this week, news. We have a lot of retailers that have not dropped for a while. We have a lot of retailers that are holding on to stock. And ideally, we'll also have a lot of stock also arrive throughout this week. So let's go dive on into it. If you guys ever need to, use the timestamps down below. We'll have mostly everything clearly labeled. Let's go dive into the actual video. So the very first one I want to go talk about is the Amazon drop. Now, when it comes to Amazon itself, we have known that Amazon has been sitting on stock for a very long time, almost now a month at this point. We also know that there has been stock in the warehouses, there has been stock sitting around, and also we even had a brand new update, if you guys saw, that Amazon has actually sent on in a bunch of brand new PS5 disc editions as well. As of now, we're still waiting for the PS5 digitals, but some did show up beforehand, and I'm sure a lot of other Amazon warehouse facilities probably do have some stock laying around. So this is going to probably be one of the biggest spots I'd want to be on the lookout for throughout this week. We also have the Amazon links down below if you guys want to check and see. I mentioned them mostly all my videos, but we also do have a lot of warehouses that also pop up as well, like warehouse sales being sold from Amazon. Basically, you guys just have a chance to get the console bought from Amazon, fulfilled by Amazon, and they also have a good return policy and also everything else mixed on in. So we keep on watching for Amazon. We've been seeing lots of restocks for the UK, in Europe, other regions. And so basically we kind of know that Amazon has had movement going on. We know Amazon has been kind of grooving around, and hopefully we'll have an Amazon drop throughout this week. We're mainly watching this one more so in particular because we know the stock is actually looking very big, and it's also been a very long time since the last time Amazon has dropped, which also is a good thing to be on the lookout for, because basically if they have not dropped for a while, it basically means that they're probably going to have a way bigger stock as well. On the very rare chance it actually dropped as I've been recording this stuff or send this video on up, that's just my apologies, but I kind of doubt that's going to happen. But anyway, those are always linked down below. We'll keep you guys updated throughout the week. We do have some Amazon contacts and contacts in pretty much every other store as of now, because we've been doing this for a while. So basically, if I ever get good news, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Other restock news as well, I'll keep you guys in the loop as well. I'm kind of like the news channel, I guess, at this point. The next major thing to be on the lookout for this week, PlayStation Direct. Now, if you guys remember last week, we've been loving how the PlayStation Direct has now changed. If you guys have noticed or kind of seen us talk about this, basically the PlayStation Direct on the past 2 restocks actually gave us a full 1-day heads up, which is great. Basically, I've always recommended the PlayStation Directs in my previous videos. It's basically where you enter into a raffle system or a queue system with the PlayStation Direct itself. And because it's basically being sold directly by Sony, it's probably one of the best places out there to go get your PlayStation 5. Usually very fast shipping. I even got one myself this last week. They usually have some pretty good stock. But now, as I mentioned, they actually have changed it up a little bit. mainly because they actually now are giving like a pre-warning for it. So basically, if you're a selected user, if you sign up for the verified, basically like let me go and see advertisements, let me get email promotions, they will sometimes go and randomly select you to go and actually go buy your console. They gave you a unique link just for your account, just for your PlayStation Network, so don't share it if you guys go and get it. And then with that link, you have a chance to go and buy the console at a set time, usually around 12 p.m. PST, 3 p.m. EST, and you have that like nice maybe hour window or so to enter into your own individual queue to go get the console. But the bigger news is if you guys are not selected for that, almost every single time Sony has done these and we get word of them and we see it from the Restock community, I usually make a video on it, so that's why I was telling you guys to subscribe, is basically for that. Then we also know that there's usually a PS Stret for the general public a few hours later. That's why I was telling you guys to follow up on Twitter or be subscribed for the community post, because that also lets me kind of let you guys know whenever the stock is happening, it's in stock, etc. So you guys know that I always usually recommend that. I will probably usually have a 1 or 2 video update to let you guys know whenever we do see these in the community spread around. So usually PS Directs are probably one of the best places because you buy it directly from Sony themselves. I always heavily recommend it. Now it's against the actual big retailers too as well. Target. We actually have seen other PlayStation 5 and other Xbox console restockers also go and kind of mention that Target's looking very, very likely throughout this week. Target has not restocked now for around 3 weeks or so, give or take. So with now Target now having a chance to get a restock throughout this week, we actually have a pretty good chance for some really big drops from them. Typically, Target will go and restock the PS5 disc, PS5 Digital, Xbox Series X and S, which is always very, very good. But the one kind of also bad thing is they don't usually drop unless they have all the stock. We have seen confirmations from our Target employee leaks that there is stock that has arrived and some stock that is also shipping. We'll give you guys more updates if we have a chance to throughout this week, if we can. And if we actually do have a good rough time to be on the lookout for Target, I'd maybe say this Wednesday or Thursday is usually a good time. Typically, Target does a little bit more earlier in the morning as well. So be around like the 7 to 9 a.m. range if they go and drop. Target is usually one of our best places to go get a console, the Xbox or PlayStation, because it also goes in, lets you do in-store pickup. So basically you order online and you order your console from your local area and basically get to go pick it on up. So it's very, very nice. It's kind of good against scalpers too as well, because some places like Amazon are very easily scalped. Same with Walmart back in the day. So basically, if you have a chance just to walk into the store that you place your order in your local town and pick up a console, it's very nice. Target also has, like I mentioned, it took a while for their actual last restock. They've also messed around with the website API. They've changed things on the website, and they usually only ever do that right before a major drop happens because there's no other reason for them to do it. And also it kind of shows that a drop is on the way very, very soon. So Target's be a major one for us to be on the lookout for as well. Target also has had a few rumored walk-ins as well, where basically people have walked into the store, asked employees, were really nice, and they actually walked on out of the store with a console. So this is always very nice for us to go and see because it kind of goes in is normalizing that people are actually able to walk into stores and get consoles. So as of right now, we haven't seen too much confirmation with Target walk-ins, but we typically usually think after a major restock, any canceled orders or orders that were never picked up sometimes get more so put it back in the shelves, which would make a lot of sense. We've had other employees also somewhat confirm that. And we also, as I mentioned too, have had employees confirm that stock has either arrived or will be arriving soon. So as I mentioned, Target's be a major one to be on the lookout for throughout this week. The next really big boy up in here for all the major retailers is going to be Best Buy. Now, Best Buy, once again, kind of very similar to the Xbox and also PlayStation drops. They do pretty much everything when they do drops. They've also done GPUs at the same time as major restocking waves. But we do know that Best Buy has had stock. We've had employees go and confirm. If you guys ever want to, always make sure you guys are subscribed. I'll say it 5 more times because I just do it. If you guys want, I'll help you the best I can. But when it comes to that, we do know employees have had PS5 stock for a little while, although a little bit more on the lower side. We've also had other confirmations from other restockers that the Xbox Series X is also in the back and warehouses for the Best Buy. So I think Best Buy has a very good likelihood as well for this week to go get a restock going on, which to me makes me very happy because Best Buy is also in the same boat as Target, where basically you order online for your local store and you pick it up throughout either that day or throughout that week. And typically Best Buy has some pretty good deals. Both Target usually does just normal consoles, Amazon does normal consoles, PS Directs do normal consoles, and Best Buy does normal consoles, Xbox and PlayStations, but also bundles too as well. And I do typically recommend bundles, mainly because if you guys do bundles, they sometimes last a little bit longer. And also they're a slightly higher price point, so not as many people are able to get them. But as well, it's also just kind of nice too if you get like a really cheap one for maybe just one controller to go and guarantee your console being logged on in. But we have seen stock for both Best Buy and Target, so this week will be very likely. Typically, Best Buy drops around Friday in the early afternoon or late morning, depending on your time zone. But they've been pretty good. Both Target and Best Buy have been pretty good up there. Thumbs up for both of them. The next one to be on the lookout for, Walmart. Now, Walmart's been a little bit weird because if you guys remember, we made a few videos that Walmart's been a little bit of a drama throughout this week, mainly because they did not go and actually have a lot of stock. They had a lot of stock that had to be fulfilled. They had some leaked links as well. And just overall, not a lot of really good things when it comes to Walmart for basically they were taking a long time to get their consoles out. But this last week, they did go do a restock on last Thursday. And funny enough, I think every single console from that Walmart drop has already been processed and has been being sent on out. So while Walmart usually drops on Thursdays, maybe around 3 p.m. or so, give or take, we actually have no idea if it's going to be dropping this week or not. My guess would be if they did drop, mainly because if they had stock, they had to go and send all of that extra stock to orders that were already past due and needed to be fulfilled. Or they also had to go and basically want to do a smaller restock and just send it out that same weekend that they get it. I would say if Walmart does drop, especially because they did a drop last week, which kind of breaks their usual trend of like a 2 to 3 week period, I would say if they do restock, it's more so going to be on the smaller side, just based on my guessing, mainly because they already had stock they had to fulfill. They haven't had a chance to really build up stock. And we've also seen a lot of restocks being a little bit more on the slower side throughout this week in the past few weeks, mainly from either production issues, shipping issues, Suez Canal issues, or whatever it is. So basically, it's been a little bit more on the smaller side for restock, smaller waves, and also some of the drops are lasting not as long. But Walmart at least has a chance to go and drop throughout this week, but I think a little bit more on the unlikely side. The next major big boy in like our top 5 usual major retailers to go and be on the lookout for is going to be for GameStop. Now, GameStop has actually been coming in very, very clutch when it comes to all their restocks, mainly because I feel like they've been dropping like once a week so far, or like once every like other week, and they've actually been the most consistent restock as of recent. Now, it does stink because they do go and sell bundles, and they only usually sell bundles, at least in the past like 2 or 3 drops. But at least for them, they have been pretty consistent on restocking, and their bundles aren't the worst. I'm usually not the biggest fan because their GameStop bundles sometimes have like a $20 GameStop card. So it kind of forces you to have to spend more extra money on a game or Funko Pops or whatever. And then the same thing too as well, the website sometimes does have a little bit of issues mixed on in. So it does kind of stink because we're not the biggest fan of GameStop because, like I said, bundles are just expensive. I'd rather just buy the pure normal console like you could get from Amazon, PS Right, Target, or Best Buy if you're lucky. So it does kind of stink, but at least they have been consistent with their drops. They usually do give an email heads up, and that kind of gives maybe like a few hours to kind of prepare. And usually I do like to tweet those on out if I can. So make sure you guys follow up the Twitter or subscribe for the community post. Usually they're okay though too as well, but sometimes the websites get bugged, people get banned off the websites, or it's just sometimes a weirder drop. We had a drop like the last previous drop, like the one before this one. Actually, the stock was very limited. I only saw like maybe like 5 confirms, if that, and the stock was sold out very quickly. But on the last drop that just happened not too many days ago, it was actually a pretty good one. I would basically just based on my own information, the GameStop actually has been moving and sending out all their stock very quickly, which is very, very nice. I do approve that from GameStop. So basically, you get an order from GameStop, it should be sent on out very quickly, which is always very nice. But the major issue is that they just did a drop, so I think the GameStop does look a little bit more on the unlikely side, at least in my opinion. But that's okay because all the other big retailers are looking more likely. None of this is confirmed as of now, just looking very likely. But I'll keep you guys up to date on GameStop. We sometimes, like I said, get email confirmations or baby leaks right beforehand. So I'm going to try my best for you guys. So those are pretty much it for the major big boys, but we also have some other places I've actually been highly recommending. So we usually have these other waves as well with the, let's start off with Ant Online. Ant Online's been very consistent every week, about kind of depends on the day. They've been doing Xbox Series X restocks or PS5 restocks. Once again, though, they are only focused on bundles. which I'm not the biggest fan of because they cost a little bit more extra money. And of course, it's just a very high barrier of entry, especially if you're younger or a parent trying to get a console for your kid. But when it comes to Anton Line, they have dropped consistently every week so far, so be on the lookout for them. Their stock usually goes kind of quick though, but they usually do tweet them on out, and it's usually just more so in the morning hours, anytime before say 2 p.m. But it's a pretty good retailer. It is trustworthy. We do recommend it as well. Same thing with the bundles too. Let's go talk about Costco. Costco has not restocked in a very long time, but every now and then they have back-to-back waves or very big restock waves. So Costco usually does do bundles as well, which kind of stinks. But when it comes to just getting a console, it's always nice to get a confirmed one from a retailer, etc. So very nice on that. They usually do more so in the very morning. So anything before, say, like noon. And typically I do see them more drop earlier in the week, like the Monday to Wednesday range. Now, we also have Sam's Club, which is also very similar to, say, Walmart. It's made by the same people. They usually more so do late night drops. So if you guys are having a look out for Xbox bundles or PS5 bundles, go and check in the late night hours. It's kind of nice for me because I'm a late night boy myself. And mostly all of those are not bad. They're bundles, but, you know, what can you do? For some of those, though, you do have to actually have a membership. Same with, like, Sam's Club. So it kind of stinks a little bit, but at least for me and my family up in Chicago, we do actually have a Sam's Club membership, which is very nice. So it's kind of easy for us to go and get that. We also have seen some rumors on Sam's Club walk-ins, but as of so far, we have not seen anything really kind of come from fruition when it comes to Sam's Club walk-in rumors. So if we see any more stuff on that or any other walk-in stuff, I'll let you guys know. Some other things I want to go touch on too as well is when it comes to walk-ins, because we're talking about walk-ins again, Myers. Now, we actually do know that Myers has actually had some stock. We've seen some confirms for Myers from people walking on in the stores. And we also have quite a few Myers employees that also give us some good leaks as well. So if any of you guys out there are trying your best to get some walk-in stuff, Myers is like a Midwest chain up in like Wisconsin, Chicago, Indiana, Ohio, etc. So be on the lookout for them. Every now and then we sometimes see really big waves where basically like the managers announce it and talk about it, and a lot of people hear about it, which is always very nice. We do see a lot of those. But also sometimes we kind of see where it's more so on the regional side. Sometimes there's places up like this previous weekend. We've seen a lot more stock movement up in Indiana, Kentucky, Ohio. And for me in Illinois, we haven't seen too much. So it kind of seems like it kind of rotates on each state, and we can kind of go from there. We've also seen lots of rumors on Fred Meyer's, as well as also Kroger's, same chain, just different name. And we have seen that they actually have had stock in stores. We've seen people confirm by talking to employees, by getting stock, and also people that are friends with employees are able to have a little bit of a wiggle room trying to go their best to go and, well, get the consoles. So let you guys know on that one. That one's a little bit more on the weirder side. We know they have stocks. They may be prepping up a big walk-in restock throughout this week or maybe next weekend. But when it comes to stock, anyone who's actually gotten a console only has been really nice to employees or know the employees. We also see some other walk-in stuff that we'll try our best to keep ourselves into with the PC Richards, or also like some other places too as well, like ADT and also HEB. So for all those Texas boys out there, BJ's, etc. But we haven't seen any major news as of yet, but we'll let you guys know throughout the week if we see anything. A lot of people have been getting stuff from walk-in stuff, so I always usually recommend if you guys see those videos to go and watch it. As well, some other really kind of side stuff. Actually, first, let's go do Newegg. Newegg's probably been still one of my favorite places out there when it comes to restocks. They do a shuffle, just like the PS Direct, but realistically, they've been actually doing pretty good. This last week, though, they were a little bit more dry on the tail end of the week, but they actually have done a lot of major restocks almost consistently for the CPUs, GPUs, etc. And they also do work in the PS5s and Xboxes on pretty good occasions on the shuffle. And they also have done normal listings for PS5s, PS5 disc, PS5 digitals, and also bundles. So if I ever go and see those, I'll let you guys know, or if they give heads up, I'll let you guys know on the channel, up on Twitter, or whatever it is. Some other little side places to be on the lookout for in the tail end of all this stuff is maybe Kohl's, if they do a random YOLO drop, maybe Andromeda, but it's very expensive. Same with, like, you know, the meme places like Sears, etc. And every now and then we do get these really small retailers, but I think most of you guys more so are focused on the major retailers, if anything. So that's pretty much about it, I think, for the most of the American news. Make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on, or subscribe for the giveaway, or to the Twitter link, the Webull links, Coinboy links, Coinbase links, Amazon links all down below, etc. And hopefully we'll have a really good drop for this American drops. Now, to kind of wind down the video itself, We also have some UK news. UK actually did have some restocks delayed, which kind of stinks, but we also maybe have a good chance for some of the bigger retailers to also maybe have some nice restocks just throughout the week. We can kind of be on the lookout for it. We can kind of go and see. I'm not 100% sure exactly, but maybe throughout the next 1 or 2 weeks, we'll be on a big lookout for them. India is also expected to go get like a really big restock wave very soon. Apparently, a lot of consoles and cargo ships are going into India. So ideally, they'll probably catch a pretty good bad English, pretty good wave of restocks going on for them. And ideally, I always go and say whenever one region gets stock, it's always nice because then basically all the other regions can now go and get stock too, because that region's basically taken care of. Think about it this way. Your friend just ate dinner and your other friend didn't eat dinner. Well, guess what? You're going to go and serve the person who didn't get dinner first. Like, just, duh, that's how it works. So everything's going to be really nice for that. We're still waiting for more Canada news. We did see a lot of Canadian restocks happen, though, as of recently, which is very, very nice. We're kind of seeing them get a little bit more movement. We're still waiting for, like, a Canada Walmart, Canada Best Buy, or Canada Amazon drop. Same for all of us up in America, waiting for the Amazon drop in general. Australia, I feel like they barely ever get consoles, so it makes me super sad. I want them to get more consoles and more restocks. And also, if we can find any more interesting news for, say, Japan, Thailand, Malaysia, and all those other really cool Asian countries, we'll let you guys know, because they do sometimes get really big batches of consoles, and that sometimes does go take away from the American stock or UK stock, etc. So it's always kind of nice to be in the know if we ever do go see those floating around. Now, I'm always okay with that because I want everyone to get as many consoles as they can. So if you guys all enjoyed this video, I hopefully went pretty good and in depth. We have a lot of really big major retailer news, so if you guys all enjoyed this, thank you guys all so much for watching. If you guys did go see the entire video, please leave a like or leave a comment that you watched the entire thing so I could go and love you. As well, make sure you guys are subscribed for the PS5 giveaway, or be subscribed for Sony news or restock news with the notification on. We also have the Twitter and Twitch stream link down below if you guys want to follow. The Amazon links as well to go check throughout the weekend. And of course, the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go get free stock and free money. Coinbase, you guys go buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency. A lot of you guys keep doing this. You guys go get free Bitcoin. Always link down below. Have a fantastic rest of your weeks. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys up on the next one. And I'll see you guys up, and hopefully you guys get your consoles this week. Love you guys.